Hi, my name is Colten, and this is my story. I went to church often as a young child, but that stopped after my parents divorced when I was about 8. Throughout school, I dismissed the idea that God existed. In junior high and high school, I was focused on worldly things. I even actively convinced friends that church was a waste of time and that we'd done too much to be forgiven. It wasn't anything crazy by worldly standards, but I just didn't want to go, so I convinced them not to. After my senior year, my grandpa, who was my greatest role model, was diagnosed with cancer. My high school friends had moved on, and I was feeling alone in the world, and things got dark. But God had a plan. He used my struggles to draw me to Him. I received a near full-ride academic scholarship to Oklahoma Christian University, which in and of itself was a miracle. It was there, through the studying of the Word in a required freshman course on the book of Matthew, that I encountered God for the first time and found hope. It was in that class that I truly heard the gospel for the first time. The good news of redemption from all of my sins and unconditional love from the God of the universe by simply calling on His name, admitting I'm a sinner, and letting Him guide my life. Life is a lot less dark and lonely when you know the Creator is always ready to have a conversation with you. During this time, I started attending Regency because it was where my grandparents went, and I wanted to spend as much time as possible with my grandpa. Aside from trusting Jesus with my soul, coming to Regency was the greatest decision of my life. This is where I met my wife. This is where I learned what it means to serve God. While serving in the sound booth is a passion of mine, the greatest service God has called me to is foster care. Earlier in life, I only wanted one, maybe two biological kids a few years apart. A typical millennial family. Shortly after Emily and I got married, God put it on our hearts, independently of talking to each other, to foster. God, having His sense of humor, has given us 5 kids, ages 6 and under. God has a plan for everyone, even when we don't want it, don't see it, or even actively work against it. He changes everything. If you are interested in hearing more about the life-changing gift that Jesus offers us all, there is a video on this channel called The Gift. I would encourage you to watch it.